guys. Good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on the show, Inspirations for Your Life. We kicked off a brand new master topic. Well, that was just the other day. That was on Saturday. We do it every Saturday. And we roll through the week and we finish up on a Friday. And it is so wonderful to be with you. Hey, guys, if you're thirsty, well, why not get yourself some RO water like I have from the kitchen, or maybe another snack, piece of fruit, or some nuts, or whatever you like, and hurry on back. Hey, by the way, if you haven't heard about believemeachieve.com, why not check that out after the show? Because I think you guys will really enjoy that. You can catch my long form content, short term form content really easily 24 hours a day. All right, guys. So the master topic of the week is the power to change a life is already in your hands, literally. And the granular topic for tonight is moments that matter, recognizing life changing opportunities, series 4, show 29, episode 4. Well, why don't we get the show started? All right. Well, welcome everyone. Whether you're coming the first time or you're coming back, it's great to have you here on Inspirations for Your Life. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, podcast host, coach, video producer, graduate student, engineer, and a lot more, and a passionate person that is dedicated to improving the quality of my life and others, and helping us today to dive deep into the transformative power of gratitude, not just as a fleeting feeling, but as a daily practice and intentional mindset. Gratitude can become your compass in uncertain times, your anchor in storms, and your magnifying glass for the hidden blessings in everyday moments. Whether you're navigating personal challenges or leading a team through challenge or changes, this episode is earmarked just for you because it'll help you harness the power of gratitude to unlock clarity, boost resilience, and fuel lasting success. Now, get ready, everyone, for fresh insights, practical tips, and inspiration that could change your mindset and your life. Let's jump in. You ready? I know I am. All right. Number 1. Opportunities often come disguised as problems. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually a setup for a breakthrough. The challenges we encounter often carry within them the seeds of opportunity, hidden in frustration, masked in inconvenience. When we shift our perspective, we start seeing problems not as dead ends, but as detours to something even better than we expected. Recognizing this opens us to innovate, to pivot, and to grow beyond our limitations that we have perceived. Problems force us to get creative and lead us to discover strengths we didn't even know we had. Remember, some of the most groundbreaking ideas were born out of discomfort. Remember, guys, you have to practice getting comfortable. Yes, being uncomfortable. That is the truth. Number 2, guys, timing is everything. In a world that moves at lightning speeds, it's tempting to believe that faster is always better. But the truth of the matter is timing is everything. Knowing when to act can be just as important as knowing how to act. Often the universe presents the right opportunities when we're truly ready, not necessarily when we think we are. Patience is more than a virtue these days. It's a strategic advantage. Understanding the rhythm of your journey and trusting the process allows you to align with doors opening at the right moment, rather than forcing things prematurely. Stay aware, stay prepared, and allow life to unfold in divine timing. Number 3, small choices lead to big impact. It's easy to underestimate the power of a single choice, but every major transformation begins with a series of small, often unnoticed decisions. Whether it's choosing to wake up early, say thank you, or just step outside your comfort zone, which you should be doing more and more each day. Each of these seemingly minor actions will compound over time. This is the essence of the butterfly effect in action, and your small, consistent efforts shape your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your destiny. Don't wait for one huge moment to change your life. Make the right small choices today and watch how they snowball in extraordinary impact. You'll be pretty amazed. Number 4, guys. Fear is the gatekeeper of growth. And what is fear, everyone? Fear is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. Growth doesn't live in comfort. I've said this before. You have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. It resides on the side of fear, the side where we're a little bit scared. Every time you face what scares you, you step closer to your true potential. You see, fear wants to keep you safe, but in doing so, it often holds you back from your true potential. When you begin to see fear not as an obstacle, but as a signal pointing you toward areas of growth, you unlock a new level of courage. Walking through fear strengthens your resilience. It builds confidence and reshapes your identity. The very thing that you're afraid of might just be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Number 5, recognize the pattern, not just the moment. Life is a series of patterns. If we only react to moments without understanding the deeper rhythm behind them, we miss the opportunity for lasting growth. And that's an important observation I want you guys to all take away tonight, is missing that time for growth. Are you repeating the same mistakes in a relationship, a business, or even a mindset? Start tracking these patterns. When you zoom out and recognize recurring behaviors or beliefs, you gain the power to change, well, your narrative, your story. Awareness of patterns allows for intentional transformation and smarter decision making. Remember, guys, transformation begins when you stop blaming the moment and start noticing the message in the pattern. Regret loves silence. Regret fosters when we have some challenges, but it festers when we stay silent. When we don't speak our truth, we take the leap or express how we really feel. In the absence of action, we give regret space to grow, whether it's the apology you didn't give, the dream you didn't chase, or the chance you let slip away. Again, regret whispers loudly in your silence. So speak up, take action, and be intentional. If things don't go as planned, it's better to have tried and learned than to remain paralyzed in, well, what if? What would have happened? Don't let silence become the author of your story, because you're a much better author than silence. Number 7, say yes more often. Yes is the beginning of possibilities. It's the gateway to new experiences, relationships, and growth. Saying yes more often doesn't mean abandoning boundaries. It means embracing curiosity and trusting that even unfamiliar paths hold value. When you say yes to opportunities, you say yes to learning. When you say yes to yourself, you reclaim your power, whether it's a spontaneous opportunity, a new idea, or innovation, or even an invitation to collaborate. Consider where saying yes could lead you. You never know what door will be opened from just one brave affirmation or step that you take. Number 8, guys, trust your intuition. I know a lot of people run and hide from intuition because they don't think that their intuition is going to help them. But the truth of the matter is, your intuition is very, very powerful. Your intuition is your internal compass. It's quiet but wise in a world of, well, a lot of noise and chatter. Trusting your gut can feel risky, but it's often the most honest voice you're ever going to hear. When logic stalls and data is inconclusive, intuition can guide you toward clarity. It draws from your experience and instincts and inner knowing. The more you learn to trust it, the more aligned your decisions become. Your intuition doesn't shout, it whispers. But if you get still enough to listen, it will lead you exactly where you need to go. Most people don't take the time to be quiet and listen to themselves, and they miss all these very priceless key directions and guidance. Number 9, missed chances teach awareness. Every missed opportunity is a lesson wrapped in reflection. We don't always get it right the first time, and that's okay. What matters is what we learn from what we missed. Missed chances sharpen your senses. They make you more aware of timing, readiness, and alignment. They teach you to recognize value before it slips away again. Don't dwell on what was lost. Let it fuel your awareness so you're prepared to say yes the next time opportunity knocks. That's key. Number 10, bold moves create breakthroughs. I love that. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it rarely leads to transformation. Breakthroughs require boldness, the willingness to take risks, to challenge the status quo, to bet on yourself when the outcome is uncertain. Bold moves aren't reckless, they're decisive. They come from clarity, courage, and conviction. If you're feeling stuck, it may be time to step outside what's predictable. Your next level of success is often waiting just beyond the bold move you've been hesitating to make. And I know a lot of people out there saying, John, I don't know what move I should make. Well, listen to your inner guidance. It's there for a reason. Here's the part of the show I really love, guys. So I'm going to give you basically a lesson or a story for each point to help solidify what I'm talking about. And it's my hope that this is going to get you to take an action. It's going to get you to come forward in life. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but I'm saying it's doable. And I'm saying that you can do this every single day of your life if you do one thing. You know what that is? Believe in yourself. And I know that sounds like something that is so far from what you want to hear. But like I said to you, we have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And I'm hoping that if I say that enough times, you eventually will. It's like a broken record, right? But it's really the truth. It's the truth, guys. Opportunities often come disguised as problems, challenges, I like to call them. A few years ago, one of my biggest clients suddenly canceled their contract. I was blindsided and initially devastated. My first rejection was panic. How would I fill the gap? But once the dust settled, I realized I'd become too dependent on that one stream. That loss forced me to diversify, reach out to new networks, and invest in different areas of my business I had been neglecting. 3 months later, I landed new clients who not only filled the financial gap, but expanded my work in areas. And I hadn't even imagined that. Losing the client was a problem at first, but it turned out to be one of the greatest opportunities that ever came across my path. I didn't know I needed that. I didn't know I needed to lose that client. It taught me that sometimes breakdowns are breakthroughs in disguise, and people get scared. I get that. Timing is everything, guys. I once had the opportunity to launch a new product line. The idea was strong. The branding was ready, and I was excited. But something felt off. I held back. Even though others encouraged me to go for it, about 6 months later, new tech emerged that would have made my earlier launch outdated within weeks. Because I waited, I was able to pivot, integrate the innovation, and release something truly next level. That experience taught me not to force things just because I'm eager or feeling pressure. Acting at the right time, not just the soonest, helped me create something, lasting. Timing isn't just about speed, guys. It's about synchronicity. Small choices lead to big impact. Back when I started podcasting, you guys know, many years ago, I made a commitment, publish every week. Well, I publish every day now. No matter what, there were times I was tired, traveling, or even under the weather, but I stuck with it. The small decision to be consistent grew into a loyal audience. Thousands of downloads, more than thousands, over 175,000, and incredible guests I wouldn't have met otherwise. Most people that think that success is built on massive leaps. but it's really not. It's the daily quiet yes to consistency, kindness, and effort that builds the strongest foundations. You want to grow on YouTube? Keep posting consistently. You want to grow on TikTok? Post consistently. Tiny choices compounded are what change lives. Fear is the gatekeeper of growth, folks. Years ago, I was invited to speak at a conference in front of hundreds of people. I wanted to say no, even though I was familiar with speaking. The only reason I was terrified is because the people I was speaking to were very judgmental. And some of them were even my competitors. What if I froze? What if they didn't like what I said? What if it ruined my business? But something inside me whispered, say yes. I did, and that experience unlocked a whole new side of my career. That one speech led to, well, coaching offers, media appearances, and new layers of confidence I never had before. Had I let fear win, I would have stayed stuck. Fear didn't go away, but I walked through it. And on the other side, growth, freedom, and a deeper belief in myself. Recognize the pattern, not just the moment. For years, I kept partnering with people who had the same red flags: poor communication, overpromising, underdelivering. Each time it failed, I told myself that was just a one-off. But then I realized it wasn't a one-off, it was a pattern I had been willing to face. That self-awareness was tough to swallow, but powerful. Began approaching partnerships with more discernment, creating better boundaries, and trusting my instincts earlier. When you zoom out and see the bigger pattern, you stop feeling like a victim of moments and start becoming the author of better ones. I'll give you a perfect example. I was supposed to have a call this evening, about an hour or two ago, with this company. And they were basically advertised a lot online, and they were designed to basically be out there to help us get like the best sponsors. But you know the problem with this company? The problem with this company was that I committed to the time to spend with them, and they confirmed. Okay. They confirmed again the next day. Okay, fine. Then they told me about some homework I had to do. Fine. Then they confirmed again. Then another day they confirmed again. Finally, the day was coming for the event, which was today. They confirmed in the morning. They confirmed at lunchtime. They confirmed again. I said, if you confirm one more time, I don't want to work with you, because this is telling me that you're incompetent and you're insecure about yourself. You have to keep confirming your clients. And I just don't have that kind of time. And I got a message back from the head guy who, got on his camera and make it sound like he's got this really large company. And he messaged me back saying, okay, John, we've removed you from our system and database. They push too much. I'm not going to give you the name of the company, but if you're on Facebook or many of the social media platforms, these people try to make you think that they are the be-all, end-all. I got to tell you, they're the worst. And if their site ever comes up again, I'm going to politely tell my story about how they jerked me around for several days. And they had somebody very viable. And they just wasted it by texting me all kinds of crap. I mean, just to read one of the texts I got, I think I have it here. One of the texts came in. I think it came in. So here's one. Thanks for booking a session with us. Please accept this meeting request and check your email for some more important steps. That was on the 12th. Then we didn't get the link to accept. Then I get a message saying, hi, John, this is such and such with the company. Looking forward to our discovery meeting today. Please complete the clarity scan. If you haven't already done this, will give us a head start to solving the sponsorship issues, yada, yada. And then I wrote him back and said, no more confirmations. I told your boss, if I get one more of these, I'm done. I don't want to work with you. Well, they couldn't handle that kind of rejection and they canceled my call, which is fine. But do you really want to work with somebody that does that? No, no, no. That's the problem. No, no, and no. Regret loves silence. In college, I had a chance to tell someone how much they impacted my life, how their kindness kept me going through tough times. I kept putting it off, thinking I'd say it someday. That person passed away unexpectedly. I never got the chance. That moment shaped how I show up now. I don't wait to say thank you. I don't hold back praise. And I never assume there will be a later because that person may not be there tomorrow. Regret grows in the things we leave unsaid. Don't let silence steal the connection you could have created. Say yes more often. One Friday afternoon, I was invited to a networking mixer. I had no energy for it, to be honest. I almost declined, but something told me to go. I showed up and ended up meeting a person who became one of my closest friends and collaborators. That single yes unlocked years of creative projects, shared events, and business growth. Saying yes doesn't mean saying yes to everything, but it means leaving space for unexpected magic. Your next big opportunity might be hiding in, well, something small, spontaneous, or seemingly unimportant. Trust your intuition, folks. When I was deciding whether to leave a project I was working on to pursue my entrepreneurship, because you guys know I used to work for the government part-time when I started my company part-time, um, logic told me that I should stay. My intuition told me that I should leave. And my gut told me it was time to bail. I wrestled with the decision for a few months before I finally decided to trust my intuition and talk with the HR manager and let them know something very important. The words thank you. They were surprised. I said, I just want to say thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for helping me become a better version of myself and helping you become a better version of myself. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, this is my very last day with you. It wasn't easy at first, but over time, I realized I had stepped into my purpose. That illogical decision gave me a life I now love and I am passionate about, and I don't work one day in my life. Your intuition may not always make sense to others, but when you listen, it often leads you exactly where you belong. Missed chances teach awareness. There was a time when I passed on collaborating with someone because I didn't think I had the time. A year later, I watched their platform explode with success, and I knew I had missed something special. It stung, but instead of beating myself up, I paid attention. That missed chance taught me to better recognize alignment, not just availability. Now I ask myself, will I regret saying no to this later? Sometimes I still say no, but now it's an aware no, not a distracted or a fearful one. Missed chances hurt, but they sharpen our vision for the future of what's to come. Remember, guys, bold moves will always create breakthroughs. The boldest move I ever made was launching my first company from scratch with no safety net before I even graduated college. I had a few clients, a vision, a deep belief in the mission, but it felt like jumping off a cliff. I questioned myself every day. But little by little, I built something real, something that created jobs, changed lives, and became part of something that I never knew was going to be possible. If I had waited until everything felt safe, I'd still be waiting. Bold moves are rarely comfortable, but they are often the birthplace of your next chapter. Bet on yourself. The world needs what only you can bring. And I think a lot of people hearing this, whether you're listening at night or day or in the morning, whenever you're listening, I think a lot of people don't want to hear this because you know what it is? They get afraid of being told that they're missing something. And that's not something you should get afraid of. That's something you should embrace, right? Thinking for a moment about those specific seconds, minutes, hours, those moments that matter, recognizing how life-changing opportunities can really change the trajectory on your life and its purpose. I think a lot of us have these purposes, but it's like the rocket's about to take off. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm getting cold feet. This rocket was meant for you. Like, oh, I don't know. Do I have a sweater? Should I go put on long pants? I have shorts on. Like, we make these excuses because why? We're afraid of failure? Or are we possibly afraid of success? I know that was something I was afraid of for a long time. I thought it was failure, but it was actually success. I was feared that being too successful would change my life in a way that I wouldn't like, but actually it just made it better. And yeah, you get people around asking for handouts, but you have to be discerning of that. And you can't let that disrupt bringing wealth into your life. I think that's a powerful lesson that I want to share with you guys. Most people never reach their goals or their aspirations because they fear being so successful in those careers. They fear what other people will say. They fear that people are going to make fun of them. Make fun of you because you're a leader. Why they make fun of you is because they're hoping that if they make fun of you, you're going to stop doing what you're doing because you know what? You're a direct threat. You're a direct competition for them, and they don't like that. Then you get those people that just are not supportive, right? We get those people all the time. But moments in life, if you could think about right now, the moments in life, some of the most precious moments in life, if I could ask you to pick the three most precious moments in life, I'm sure it would come to you pretty easily. Those are the ones that had a big impact on our life. The ones that supported us. You might have had some challenging moments that hopefully woke you up and said, you know what? If I don't do it, no one else is. And so those are wake-up moments, but they're good too. But I don't want you to think that you can be complacent just because you're becoming successful, that you can be complacent. No. You've got to keep doing what you're doing. You've got to keep maintaining. That's important. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know who I am by now, I'm sure you do. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And I invite you to check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. I'll catch you guys real soon. Remember, every moment in life matters. So let's start making them count. All right? Take care, everyone.